Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our Digital Technology Symposium. Cory Ronek and Karl Brinkman. Cory Ronek from Placer.ai and Karl Brinkman from Resquared. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope you get something out of this. Cory? Karl, excuse me. I'll get better at this, I promise.
You guys hear me okay? Yes. I'm going to turn this off then. So.
You know, the big echoes and everything else, you can't really hear what I'm saying.
This way. Perfect. Thank you, Jeffrey. So, good afternoon, and welcome to the inaugural Florida Retail Summit. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Karl Brinkman. I'm the Director of Sales of Resquared. So, has anybody heard of Resquared before?
Not before you said you were joining.
Perfect. And are you any current customers in the room? 2, 3, 4. Do I hear 5? 5 in the back. 6. Somebody else? So, in your own words, and those are the current customers, what is Resquared in your own words?
Void analysis.
Void analysis. And has it helped you at all?
Yes. We're
Perfect.
doing a deal right now for Resquared.
And for those of you who've heard of Resquared but are not current customers, what have you heard about it? Good things. Okay, that's good things. I like this. By the way, people that speak up, you can give cards. So come up here real quick. You too. You said good things. Yeah, come on up. Sorry, Cory.
Give me one.
Perfect.
Send me one for later.
I'm trying to get people to kind of interact here and stuff like that, so it's a little bit better, so I'm not talking the entire time. So, who are the landlords in the room? Landlords and landlord brokers. Okay. Who are the tenant brokers that do landlord listings or tenant representations? We've got a few of those as well, which is great. So, is anybody prospecting or canvassing door to door? And how is that working?
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
All right. How long does it take to reach, figure 10 people? An hour.
Yeah.
A long time, right? So what we kind of looked at it is, our research shows for you to basically get out of your house or get out of your office, drive to a shopping center, go knock on the door or go visit the tenant and ask them, are you interested in relocating or expanding, right? So on average, we looked at it takes about 30 minutes for every one person that you reach out to. And in a day, you may be able to reach out to 5, 10, 15 people before you start getting tired, or they're telling you, get out of my store, I'm not interested. Or the best part about it is you actually get someone that's bored and takes all of your time away from you, right? They're bored, they have nothing going on, and there's no customers in the store. They want to learn more about what you do, expansion and so forth. But the whole goal is to find out, are you interested in relocating or are you interested in expanding, right? And that's your whole goal, is trying to get to them to do that. So, when I used to do leasing, so I came from Weingarten Realty as a director of leasing for 15 years with them, and I had a rule of 10. And I basically said is, all right guys or girls, every 10 prospects you call, one's going to say, send me more information. Every 10 prospects you show the space, one's going to say, send me a proposal. Every 10 proposals you send out, one's going to say, I love it, good financials, let's go to lease, right? And guarantee it, and we all hate this, every 10 leases you have out, what happens? One dies, one falls out, one says, appreciate it, not interested anymore. So it's very simple. It's all a numbers game, right? So the more people you outreach to, the more people you talk to, the greater your chance of actually getting the lease done. Everybody agree with that? Is anybody doing like Googling tenants or using Yelp or social media, creating spreadsheets, and basically saying, okay, I've created all these spreadsheets and everything else, now I gotta call the customer, right? Do I have the correct phone number, email address? Are they the owner? Are they the contact? They're reaching the owner and so forth. So people are doing that today. And how long does it take to kind of put this stuff together? Forever, right? It takes a long time. I know I used to do it. And it's tough. So we used to look at it this way. For about every prospective tenant, it takes about 15 minutes for you to Google them, find out who's the best in class for that category, find their contact information, maybe look them up on Yelp or other social media platforms. And then from that point, you're reaching out to them, calling them, and finding out, hey, are you the owner of this business? And if they are or not, then they're going to tell you anyways. So you're basically asking about the relocation or expansion plans. So that's the whole point of what's going on. We're trying to reach this mass amount of people. So to reach about 100 people using that method takes about 25 hours. A very long time, right? And if you're doing door-to-door canvassing to reach 100 people, it's about 50 hours. So what's one thing that you can't get back? Time. Do the first one. So that's what Resquared is all about. We're here to kind of give you your time back. The owners of Resquared kind of developed our Resquared's platform. So we're an online retail prospecting platform. We connect landlords and brokers with all the local tenants throughout the United States and now Canada. Okay? So there's platforms out there, Retail Lease Track and everything else, that's going to provide you information on the national and regional tenants. But there's nothing out there today, until Resquared came along, that provides you data on every single local tenant and then kind of a way to connect with them through our platform. So to give you an idea, if you're searching for pizzeria restaurants, chiropractors, hair salons, dentists, any type of category in commercial real estate, from retail tenants to office tenants to light industrial. Light industrial means like 10,000 square feet and smaller, and not the big warehouses, and ancillary income. Okay? So we're providing you all that data and information on the local tenants. We provide basically 4 value props. Data on every single local tenant. We've got over 7.6 million tenants in our database. A way to connect with these tenants through various prospecting methods: email, phone number, their address, Facebook Messenger. Anybody use Facebook Messenger? Great tool. Facebook Messenger, our customers receive a 30% response rate because you're reaching that owner. They may not advertise to the owner, they may not call you back right away, but they will get back to you. So I recommend using Facebook Messenger. All that can get done through our platform. And on top of that, we give you reporting functions. Anybody have to report into senior management or to third-party landlords? Are you guys basically creating spreadsheets, or do you guys have a CRM that you use?
Oh, spreadsheets.
Spreadsheets. Excel.
Where's my card?
I said it first.
She did say it first. It's yours. So we provide reporting functions, right? So to click a button, I can tell you what your email campaigns you've done by week, by month, the last 2 months, the last year, the last 6 months. Like each category you reached out to by certain tenants. We can provide you with a click of a button, reporting functions. It comes into an Excel spreadsheet. You guys can use the Excel spreadsheet and send those to other landlord listings. They basically say, hey, here's what I've done for you lately. Anybody trying to get additional landlord listings? Other people are, right? So imagine if I tell you, if you go to a landlord, the first thing they're going to say is, why you? Why am I choosing you to lease my shopping center space, right? If you tell them, I've got data on every single local tenant in your market, the way to connect with them, is that going to help you get additional listings?
Yes, for sure.
For sure, right? Potentially. So that's what we provide to you guys. The data, a way to connect with them, reporting functions so you can show them exactly what you do in real time. And on top of that, we also have a customer service team, right? We're readily available for any questions you have available. Any current customers are coming up to be a Resquared customer, we do one-on-one training with you on our platform. You're going to be canvassing day one. You're going to see results come day one on our platform. And again, they're available for you guys with any questions you have along the way. So if you need help leasing your small shop vacancies, obtaining additional tenant representation or additional landlord representation, or you want to win more listings, come see me. After this program, I can show you Resquared, how it can benefit you, or we're actually going to be into the room as well. I have a computer, and one of our account executives is going to show you how it can benefit you guys. Okay? I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. And Cory, the floor is all yours.
Awesome. Hi, everybody. I'm Cory with Placer. tough act to follow. So what I'm going to start by doing is just explain a little bit about who Placer is. So as a company, we are a location analytics platform. And we leverage mobile location data to provide market intelligence into any physical space. Whether that space be a restaurant, whether it be a retailer, whether it be a shopping center, or a larger space, like a neighborhood, district, or even a zip code. So essentially what we're going to provide you with is visibility into the amount of consumer foot traffic that goes into that particular space. And not just the number of people that go to, say, that center, but all people that go into that center, where they live, and where they work, and where they like to shop for groceries, and what's their demographic profile, and where they come from immediately before, and where they go immediately after. And so the way that our customers that are in your kind of space, the way that they use Placer is in a couple of different ways. So number one would be leasing. So how do we gain an understanding if we take a look at a center and there's going to be vacancies? How do we gain an understanding of who's going to be the right tenant to fit that particular center? And then how do we go use unbiased data to make a case to attract that particular tenant? And so one of the ways in which our customers will do that, so there's a couple of different ways in which they would do that. But one of those would be, look, if you're trying to attract a particular tenant, you can gain insights and understanding into who's their target visitor or customer today. And then you can use the Placer platform to show that, hey, look, your target demographic for your customer and your visitor, it's the same target demographic that already visits this particular center. So leasing is one of the most common use cases. So void analysis is another way. So hey, how do we analyze everybody that already comes to this particular center? Analyze everybody that already comes to all the different venues that are within this particular center or in this particular space. And then let's analyze the interests of all of those different visitors, and let's share, hey, what's missing. And share that type of insights. So can I see a show of hands? Are there any Placer customers in the crowd? Okay, fantastic. Are there others that have heard of Placer, or maybe they've seen our data out there in the field, but they're not customers? Okay, fantastic. Like in general, can you summarize or just throw out, like, how do you, like, those of you that use Placer or that you've seen the data, how do you use it?
I use the trade
Foot
analysis tool. I also use the tool that allows us to see the rankings of the tenants in shopping centers.
Great. Rankings. Awesome. Yep. Anybody else?
Trips per day, time spent in the center per day.
Yeah. Dwell time. Okay.
If they go right or left when they go in the store.
Yeah. Fantastic. No, there's some really, really great use cases. And so one of the most common, especially within, a key component, what we hear from our customers, a key component of leasing is identifying and aligning with strong co-tenants. So how do we do that? Well, it's one of the ways our customers use the Placer platform to do that. So the number of times that somebody would tell us that they hear from somebody that, no, that is the top performing Whole Foods in the entire country right there. Well, Placer, we can actually validate that. So it's one of the most common ways in which the platform is used. And so ultimately, the way the customers in your space, the way that they use Placer is to help make better, more informed decisions more quickly, and they get to use unbiased data for it. So I can say this very humbly that, like our customers, like in your particular space, when customers start to tell us that Placer data is becoming almost like table stakes when they're walking into an opportunity or into a deal. And so they'll say, well, time out, what does the data say? What does Placer say? That's a kind of cool statement. It's not show me the Carfax, but hey, what does Placer say? And so that's one of the most, so that's kind of an exciting thing. Now, the way that we're going is to continue to enhance the platform. So continue to share additional types of insights into the people, trying to evolve from like a location analytics platform into a market intelligence platform. Being able to share additional insights that are going to help customers make better, more informed decisions. So one of the things that's on the horizon, say for example, is going to be sales data or sales estimations. And so being able to look at a particular property and then being able to kind of project, hey, here's the amount of sales or sales per square foot that could arise. Yeah. Any questions about Placer? No? Well, fantastic. So myself and I have a teammate of mine, Hannah, and we're going to be in the other room. And so we're happy to share anybody demonstrations. If there's any individual property that you want to take a look at, and we'll share some insights onto it, we're happy to do so. So thank you, everybody, and enjoy the rest of the day.
We'll be able to run just example scenarios at your table.
Yep. So both Hannah and I have iPads, so you can just name a property, and we'll pull it up, and we'll walk through the insights.
All right, thank you.
Okay.